Negatives and double negatives. To show the use of negatives, we can look at the first example. Because my computer isn't blank, my work is completed blank and on time. This question uses a supportive conjunction, the because, which means the two clauses have to agree with each other. As we have seen in the other lessons, we need to have two clauses with the same word charges, either positive positive or negative negative. However, we need to remember the text says isn't blank. This means that we actually need to find words of different word charges to fit. The word isn't changes our word charge. Because of this, we can get rid of answers C and D. Because my computer isn't fast, my work is completed quickly and on time. This doesn't make sense as there is a contradiction whilst using a supportive conjunction. This just leaves us with answers A and B. Another important part of the question is the on time part. This implies the work is done at a good pace, or in other words, completed quickly. This lets us assume that the correct answer here is answer B, slow and quickly. Although answer A would have fit within the blanks, the on time part changes the meaning of the sentence. We can take a look at another example. Although not blank, the socks were not blank, so I still bought them. This is an example of a question with double negatives, and should show you why you need to take care. If we break the question into parts, we can work out which answer is correct. The first clause, or part of the sentence, talks about socks not being something. The second clause says the socks were not something else, so they were still bought. Because they were still bought, this means the second part shows us the reason why they were still bought. So, the first clause is a negative, and the second clause is a positive. By looking at the answers, cheap and stylish are positives, whilst expensive is a negative. What we haven't considered yet, though, is the use of the word not. This makes the sentence different. Instead of looking for a negative and a positive, we should look for a positive and a negative, because the not makes them opposites. If we need a positive and a negative, this means our answer is D, stylish and expensive. We can try each option in turn to see why this is. Answer A reads, although not cheap, the socks were not stylish, so I still bought them. This answer makes no sense, as you wouldn't buy unstylish socks that aren't cheap. So this answer is wrong. Answer B reads, although not stylish, the socks were not cheap, so I still bought them. Again, two negatives mean there is no reason to buy the socks. Answer C is, although not expensive, the socks were not stylish, so I still bought them. This sentence is saying that the reason for buying the socks was because they were not stylish. This doesn't sound quite right. Finally, we have answer D. Although not stylish, the socks were not expensive, so I still bought them. This answer is saying the reason for buying the socks is because they weren't expensive. This is a good reason for buying the socks, and this positive counteracts the negative of them not being stylish. Therefore, D is our answer. So as you can see, you need to watch out for negatives and double negatives, because these can trick us when we're answering questions.